Xavi Simons was unveiled on Saturday in that game against Bournemouth. How much is he going to help? And are you a fan? Is this a good move? Is that most expensive player?
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be more important than Kudus. He can do more things than Kudus. I think in terms of the creativity, he can be used in different ways. He's not coming off the best season at Leipzig, but there's a talent there. I think with Madison out for the season and with Kulusevski, he's injured now. He'll be back at some point, but still, he's going to help if you use him correctly. And I don't know how easy he's going to be to integrate in this team. But yeah, overall, the other thing, though, he does feel like sloppy seconds, given that they thought they were getting Eze.
Yeah.
Sticking with Chelsea, the Alejandro Garnacho saga is finally over. £40 million. This makes sense, Chelsea?
Well, they had Gittens on that left-hand side. They wanted another left winger, right-footed.
Yeah, they made a point of saying, we want another right-footed left winger. Okay.
And
now you got two of them.
That they wanted from the beginning.
You had Nico Jackson too.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
We'll talk about Nico in a bit. But yeah, Garnacho, they wanted him from the beginning, and yet it took them until August 30th to sign him, which I don't know if that says more about United or Chelsea or a bit of both, but they got him. Let's see how well he did, because right now we can discuss him until he plays and does well or not well or average. We can't really judge. I like Garnacho. I've always liked him. He's still raw, I think.
As is Gittins.
Yeah. You're right, absolutely. So let's see. And while that game was happening, Nico Jackson was on his way to Munich on a private jet just to learn that with the Delap injury, Chelsea were recalling that loan.
Yeah, I wonder how Pedro Neto feels about all this.
Yeah,
true. He's like, what's wrong with me? Do I smell? No, whatever.
The good news for the Rasmus Hojlund haters is that he's gone from Manchester United. His new club, Napoli. So Andre, Frank, Zambo and Gisa nailed the three-pointer at the buzzer really late. And Napoli beat Cagliari 1-0. Gab, do we get a sense of deja vu in there?
Yeah, that's right. Zambo and Gisa, 364 days ago, doing the same thing. That was against Parma last year. But the thing is, this is a different Napoli team. This is a Napoli team that I think they could have scored sooner. I think they're playing better. I think they have more options. They're just a notch above where they were last season. Is Hojlund going to help that? I don't know. Obviously he's there because of the Lukaku injury. 6 million loan fee, 44 million euros, which obligation to buy, unless they fail to qualify for the Champions League, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't know. Hojlund does not necessarily feel like a Conte guy to me.
No, yeah. Newcastle had 0-0 at Leeds United and didn't play well at all. But never mind that, because Voldemort has signed.
That's right, Nico Voldemort. We've touched upon this before. I'm going to be so interested in how Eddie Howe uses him, because he's unlike almost any other player we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come. And for those who don't know, the man's like 6'6". He's a giant, but he's got little man skills.
Yeah.
People have compared him to Zlatan. Obviously, that is heresy.
Yeah, he's very skinny.
And you should.
He's not physically strong like Zlatan.
It's also like, I think we've taken Zlatan's name in vain enough times in this Voldemort.
That's very true.
Just put it apart. But he's not going to play the way Isak played. He's not going to play the way Callum Wilson played. He's not going to play that way. You're going to need different movements from your other wide players, whether it's Barnes or when Anthony Gordon returns from suspension. So I think that's why, Newcastle still, as we record this, trying to sign a more traditional striker as well.
Yeah, Yohan Musa.
To go with them. But I'm excited to see him.
Oh, super excited.
He's a classic guy where you look at him and say either he's going to be a world beater or he's going to be an absolute bust.
Bust, I don't think so. But yeah.
Not bust, but like sort of full Krug Mark II, just with more in terms of productivity.
And this was way back on Friday, but Milan win 2-0 at Lecce, and my boys Christopher Nkunku and Adrien Rabiot, both Paris born and bred, of course, are on board too and on their way. Gab, what do you make of all of this?
I don't understand Milan. I mean, I can only understand it to the point. And people say, oh, look, there's different people pulling in different directions. I hope these are guys Allegri wanted. Obviously, he's worked with Rabiot before. Maybe he saw Nkunku on television. I don't know if there's like a vision. Oh, let's regenerate Nkunku.
So where is Nkunku playing?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly, I would assume... I would assume they're not. Obviously, they've been looking for a striker.
Yeah, but like a proper striker, right? Not like a Nkunku type of striker.
But that's not Nkunku, yeah,
exactly,
like you said. Yeah. And look, a second forward. Well, we have Pulisic who does that. It seems to me like they really are all over the place. Now, again, Allegri's his own guy.
Yeah.
If these are the people he wants, and you've decided, hey, we've paid Allegri so much money, he's such a big contract, let's give him everything that he wants within reason, obviously, then fine. And then Allegri will sink or swim.
Yeah.
But the point is that, and this is the problem that people need to understand, coaches leave before and clubs stick around. So tying yourself up in big amounts of money with these older players who don't really fit, I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you.
They played better against Lecce. Santi Jimenez scored a goal that was disallowed, but I thought he looked a little sharper.
Yeah.
He might not be there by the time you listen to the show. It's a weird, messy situation.
Jamie Vardy has signed for Cremonese. Gab, I never thought I would say that.
Neither would I. It was so sweet. They had Cremonese, of course, we don't know, are a tiny club. They're just across the Po River from where the dad side of my family is from. So they have a special place in my heart. It's also where Gianluca Vialli's first club. And it's amazing. He arrived at the private Linate airport in the middle of the night, and there were 10 fans. And Cremona is not a big football town.
Not big, yeah.
There were 10 fans there. One of them, and a lot of them were wearing Leicester shirts. One of them actually had a Jamie Vardy tattoo, which is weird.
That was quick.
And no, it's because he became a Leicester fan in the Claudio Ranieri year. I have no idea if this is going to work out. I have no idea if he knows what awaits him. But good luck.
But I want Disney Plus to do a documentary, Fly on the Wall with the Vardys in Italy. I want to see Rebecca Vardy and Jamie, all the kids in Italy on a daily basis, what they do through the day. Please make it happen, Disney Plus.